Hello, my collective community. I am your girl, Two Claps Oracle, and we're going to get right into today's reading. I just want to pick up on where we left off yesterday, and I wanted to get right into this reading. I've had to light a lot of sage today. I've had to get rid of a lot of people today. I need you guys to understand, I had this dream. And in the dream, there was this beautiful grass, and I was in this grass, and it was just me by myself. But I began to walk in the wrong direction. When I walked in the wrong direction, the grass turned into mud, and the mud had worms in it. But remember now, the worms live in soil to help it grow and to eat certain things that are not supposed to be there. Those are not too bad. But then I began to walk too far back, and I walked right into snakes. I literally made a Facebook page, and I've realized I've had to sit up and get rid of everybody from my hometown in Florida. I don't want nothing to do with them. The dream that I had almost 2 years ago set me up for today's reading. You're understanding, you are in the grass. It's getting warmer. Spring is on the way, and then summer. You're going to have so much fun. You're going to be so financially stable. You're not even going to be able to understand poverty anymore. It's going to be like you never were in it, right? But if you go back too far and try to bring people with you, or go back and dig up people who you don't have anything in common with anymore, especially if they're from your hometown and you left your hometown a long time ago, you don't know those people anymore. Especially people that was jealous of you your entire life because they could not be like you. They couldn't date the men or women that you dated. They couldn't be as athletic as you. You have people that hate you that you don't even know exist. You have people that hate you that you thought were your friends when you were younger. And because their life all these years later, damn near 15 to 20 years later, is in such a disarray, they do not like you. Be mindful that if you're going to go back and help anybody, please help the people that were the worms. The worms were the ones that helped the fertilizer, and the fertilizer began to grow and it gave you your grass. Don't go all the way back past the fertilizer and the worms, because you're going to walk into snakes. And what you don't understand is, although you are a human being and you are a wonderful light, you can defeat any snake if they don't bite you first. See, there's nothing that a human being can do if a viper bites them. It's nothing you can do if a rattlesnake bites you. It's nothing you can do if a cobra bites you. Once the venom gets into your system and you're not at the right place at the right time to get it out, you're going to die. You're going to swell up and you're going to die. Let's get right into today's reading. What I want to tell you is, you need to understand that the reason that your financial abundance and everything past, present, and future, the reason everything isn't going the way you want it to go is because I'm about to teach you something that a lot of us don't know. We're always hollering about the universe, and the universe works in only positive and negative vibrations. The universe does not have a human consciousness. So a lot of us mess up because we're trying to have the world have a mindset that it does not have. Only animals and human beings have a thought process. If the universe only works in positive and negative, what happens if a whole bunch of people are harboring negative emotions to you? The only thing that the universe can do is send you the negative vibrations that they are all giving your way. Now, because you are protected by God and you're cloaked and negative can't land on a positive, nothing happens to you. However, all of the negative energy that they're sending your way in these dozens and droves and thousands and hundreds of people, you can't get your vibration because the universe is trying to give you the abundance that you've earned, which is positivity. But on one hand, you have all of these human beings sending you negative vibrations, and the universe is conflicted. So it has nothing to land. So what happens is you're just stagnant. The reason you're stagnant is because God is clearing the path of those people that are not supposed to be in your life. Understand, people don't think about you as much as you think they do. Out of sight, out of mind. All of their hatred and negativity will be directed towards someone else if you do not make yourself seen. You need to block them on Instagram, block them on Facebook. You need to break away from people that's no longer supposed to be in your life. Don't tell them any blessings about your life. Don't do anything that can harbor resentment from negative people. See, a lot of us want to go back and rub our success into people's faces. There's nothing wrong with that. But what happens is if one person smiles in your face and say they're happy for you, but behind the smile is a frown and they're going to go contact somebody else and sow seeds of discord about you, what's going to happen is a negative vibration is going to accumulate. So if the Bible says in Acts 2:2, if two or more are in agreement, I am amongst them. That is what God says. So what do you think that same scripture would mean in reverse? Because remember, there's Satan. So if you have two or more people that hate you, two or more people that's speaking negatively about you, although the weapon won't prosper, remember, if you grew up in the Baptist church, your preacher has always taught you that God didn't say it wouldn't form. He said it wouldn't prosper. Because if you're living in harmony and you're living in positivity, there's nothing that can be done for their negative intentions to land on you. I'm going to tell you something else before I start the reading, and I'm going to try to still keep this under 9 minutes. The person that you are telling all of your secrets to and your business to, the person that you are allowing to help you in your spirit of loneliness, darkness, depression, and sadness, they're the person that's getting everybody rallied up against you to go against you. Don't tell them anything else. Whatever name or whatever person comes to your mind first, don't let them win. Tell them nothing else. Tell them nothing else. Because this person was never supportive of you when you were successful. They were never supportive of you because you were beautiful and you were everything that they wished that they could be. They only became supportive to you when you started getting the short end of the stick because it made them feel like you guys could bond. Understand, on the other side of your broken season is success. They are not going to be the same loving person that you knew. They're not going to ride for you. They're not going to go hard for you. They're not going to do anything for you once your season is about to turn around. Misery loves company. Stop telling people who has come along in your journey to help you in your down season the good things that are going to come. Some people might say it's manipulative. I'm going to let you know right now, this evil eye is speaking through me to you. Keep using them to move forward. Be quick to listen and slow to respond. When they ask you how are things going, say it's the same old, same old. That's going to make them work harder to get you out of the spirit of downfall. The moment you start telling somebody that was sent to distract you and sent to give you the bare minimum that you're doing better, they're going to rally up against you and they're going to say all of the negative things that they could possibly say about you to get you to stay where you are. And most of them are so miserable in their life, they're doing it for no fucking reason. They just don't want you to move on and move strong. Let's get into the past card. The past card is the inner child. There is something about you that has always offered something to this person that's pretending that they love you and pretending that they help you, that feeds their inner child. Some of you have been abused. Some of you have been abandoned. Some of you have gotten the short end of the stick. Some of you have just outright been done wrong, and the person is willing to help you because they themselves have gotten everything that you've gotten. The rage you feel from them has nothing to do with you. Right now in this season, they love you and they want you to keep fighting because they were not strong enough to fight. But they are on demonic assignment and they do not realize it. So do not misinterpret their niceness and their blessing you right now for anything to come in the future. This same person behind your back, if you have already slipped up like myself and said positive things to them and told them how you're about to move forward and told them how you're about to move on with your life, they are the same one that are making up things behind your back. They're smiling in your face, but they're lying to people about you behind your back. Because not only are they trying to keep you with them, they are trying to generate enough negative energy from other people who do not know anything about you, that can only go by what they say, to put it out in the universe so you can be stopped in your tracks. But understand, the weapon will form, it won't prosper. So I need you to be cool. Don't fight back, don't attack back, don't say anything. Because on the other side of you helping them understand that they have not let go the pain of their inner child and all the things they went through is your blessings, okay? That's your past card. Your present card, resistance. Be resistant in telling somebody that you feel is changing on you because your situation is bettering. Resist the urge to tell them what's to come next. Don't tell them about the new job. Don't tell them you need them to watch your children. Don't tell them anything about what's to come for you, because if you do, they're going to shoot off a negative energy because they are so lonely, insecure, and sad, and miserable, and negative inside that they are enjoying you and them having some kind of connection. Sometimes people connect themselves to other people that seem broken so they can feel good about themselves. Nobody wants to walk the path of inner turmoil alone every single day. They need you. If somebody in your family or some friends, I'm going to give you a blessing. When you were up before, when you were successful before, when you had your place and your car and your money and everything was good and you didn't mind helping them out, they never were your cheerleader. They never supported you. They did the bare minimum. Some of you, just like myself, you had to remind a person that they don't support you how they should. But all of a sudden, as soon as your poverty season came, as soon as your shifting season came, where God is about to move these last chess pieces, what we call pawns. So you have already beat the opposing queen. You have already beat the opposing king. You have already beat the opposing gestures. You have already won. The last fight is against the pawn. But what a lot of people don't know is a strong chess player knows to disguise themselves as a pawn on the chessboard, because that's the one that you make a mistake with and you accidentally lose the game. Resist the urge of going back to things that have made you feel bad. I'm going to tell you how you know who this person is in your life. Whatever first name came to your mind, whatever first name came to your heart, that is the person that is trying to rally all of this negative energy against you in the universe to keep you stuck. They don't want you to move forward. They need you to stay right where you are, because you're the person that brings the shift for not only you, but for all of the vines that are connected to you. You have to keep going. I mean, you already won, so there's really no reason for your momentum to stop. But I'm just telling you, don't self-sabotage. Because if you find out what they're doing behind your back, don't do anything that'll put you in jail. Don't do anything that'll make you lose your place, your car, your children. Don't do anything for God to have to make you go back and do the lesson again like he made me do. He sent me back a whole year. And I'm here to tell you, okay? Resist the urge of telling people, I don't care how they make you feel. Don't tell them anything about your moving forward process. Keep them in their lane. They are the worms in the soil. But understand, if you go too far, too fast, they can turn into snakes as well. We're standing in the grass. Stay in the grass until that ass is time to pass, okay? Resist it. Hear me. I can't stress this enough. Resist the urge to tell them anything. Keep it right here. That's where they're comfortable at. Leave them there. You're going to walk on and walk strong. There's nothing you can do to stop your blessings, because the future, your life review, God is already telling you down here. He's already granted your abundant season. He's already granted your walk into the new earth and the new heaven and earth, which is in Revelations. He's already granted your walk through the land of milk and honey. The people right here that's trying to keep you stuck because you make them feel good about themselves, they're stuck. They've done too much nonsensical bad things on the journey. They had the same opportunity as you to turn their negative into a positive and go in the right direction and trust God. They didn't. They did entirely too much negative things. You're here. You're earthbound. They're just floating in the universe trying to find something that can make them feel good. Essentially, you are their drug. Your life review is abundance. Their life review is hell. Don't stay in hell longer than you need to. Keep your mouth closed. Why? Because the Hebrew Israelites in the second book of the Bible in Exodus, they cost Moses his physical meeting with the land of milk and honey. Go read the book of Exodus. This is what I'm talking about. An 11-day trip took 41 years and Moses didn't even make it to the land of milk and honey because the Hebrew Israelites made false gods, complained, and even had the audacity to want to turn back and go be slaves in Egypt. After everything Moses did, Moses could have stayed in Egypt where he was good, like myself. I could have stayed in my old life, but God sent me back to free people. You only got one time to show me you're not free. Move on, move strong. But if you don't take nothing from this reading, this is my last day speaking on it, because on March 1st, I'm moving on to a new set of cards, and these cards won't be able to help you, okay? One thing in closing: resist the temptation to tell somebody that's sent to help you in this down season what your next positive moves and blessings are. Keep your mouth the fuck closed. Move on, move strong. God is here and we about to do our thing. Just keep your mouth